My beloved child, I know exactly why you paused right here. You may think this moment is small, accidental, easily ignored, but I tell you the truth with love and authority. This moment was arranged long before you arrived here. I have been watching you carry questions you never spoke out loud. I have seen you smile for others while holding silent battles in your chest. And today, before you move on, I need you to hear me clearly, because what I am about to unfold touches the very center of your life. There are things happening around you that feel delayed, confusing, even unfair. You have wondered why doors stayed shut when you knocked with sincerity. You have questioned whether your prayers reached me at all. Listen to me now. Nothing about your life has slipped past my eyes. Not a single tear. Not a single night where your thoughts kept you awake. I was there when you felt overlooked. I was there when you felt like giving up would be easier than hoping again. Here is what you do not see yet. I have been protecting you by withholding what you thought you needed. Some doors did not open because behind them was a version of your future that would have broken you. I did not delay you. I redirected you. And the redirection you resisted is the very reason you are still standing today. Something is shifting quietly beneath the surface of your life right now. You may not feel it yet, but you will. I am rearranging things you could not fix on your own. I am removing distractions that drain your strength. I am separating you from voices that kept you small. This is not punishment. This is preparation. I need you to understand this deeply. You are closer than you think. The breakthrough you assumed was far away is standing nearer than yesterday. The answer you thought was silence was actually timing. I never ignore my children. I train them, shape them, and refine them so they can carry what is coming without collapsing under its weight. Do not skip this moment. Something huge is waiting for you. Not because you earned it perfectly, but because I love you faithfully. I am about to reveal things that will make your past confusion make sense. Stay till the end of this unfolding, because you are standing at the edge of a realization that will change how you see yourself and me forever. You have underestimated how much power I placed inside you. You measured yourself by past failures, but I measure you by purpose. You thought you were behind, but I tell you, you are right on time. The pressure you feel is not a sign of defeat. It is the sign of elevation. There is one truth you must carry with you now. I am not finished. What I started in your life, I will complete. And what I am about to show you next will require courage, trust, and attention. Because missing it would mean missing a key meant only for you. There is something I need you to recognize right now, even if it unsettles you a little. The discomfort you've been feeling lately is not random. It is not confusion. It is not failure creeping back in. It is awareness awakening inside you. You are beginning to see what you once tolerated. You are beginning to feel the weight of what no longer belongs in your life. And that awareness is not meant to hurt you. It is meant to free you. You have outgrown certain places, conversations, and expectations, but your heart has been slow to accept it. I see how you hold on out of loyalty, fear, or habit. Yet I tell you this with gentleness and truth. What once sustained you can become what suffocates you if you stay too long. I am not pulling things away to leave you empty. I'm making room. You have been praying for clarity, and I am answering by sharpening your discernment. You now sense when something is off, even if you can't explain it yet. That is me guiding you. That quiet nudge, that sudden heaviness, that inner hesitation. You are not imagining it. I am teaching you to trust my voice above the noise around you. Here is a revelation you were not expecting. Not every battle in your life is meant to be fought. Some are meant to be walked away from. Some doors close not because you are weak, but because you are strong enough to choose peace over chaos. I'm not calling you to prove yourself anymore. I am calling you to protect what I am building in you. Do not skip this, because this is where many miss what I am doing. You thought progress would feel loud and obvious, but real transformation often feels quiet and lonely at first. When fewer people understand you, when your priorities shift, when what once excited you no longer satisfies you, that is not loss. That is alignment. I am teaching you restraint because what is coming will require maturity. I'm teaching you patience because what is coming can't be right. I am teaching you stillness because what is coming will demand wisdom. You asked me to use you. You asked me to elevate you. This is what preparation looks like. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you to grasp. You are not being left behind. You are being set apart. I am positioning you where access will be limited and purpose will be protected. Not everyone can go where you are going, and that realization has been painful for you. But it is also necessary. I see how you sometimes question yourself. I see how doubt whispers late at night, telling you that you are imagining this calling, this pull, this inner stirring. Hear me clearly now. I do not plant desires without intention. I do not awaken hunger without provision. And I do not lead my child into uncertainty without walking ahead of them. You are standing at a quiet threshold. Behind you is the version of you that survived. Ahead of you is the version of you that will lead, influence, and endure. The step between them is surrender, not giving up, but letting go of what you were never meant to carry into the next season. Do not rush. Do not retreat. Do not scroll past this truth. What I am about to unfold next will explain why everything had to happen this way, and why your future will require a deeper trust than you have ever given before. I need you to lean in for this, because what I am about to say will answer a question you have carried longer than you realize. The reason things felt unstable wasn't because your foundation was weak. It was because I was shaking loose what was never meant to stay. You asked me for truth, not comfort. And truth, when it arrives, rearranges everything. There are patterns in your life that did not begin with you. Cycles of fear, silence, overgiving, self-doubt. You inherited some of them without choosing them. You tried to break free by effort alone, but effort cannot heal what requires revelation. That is why I waited. That is why I brought you here, to this exact moment, where your spirit is finally quiet enough to hear me. Here is something few are told. Growth often feels like grief before it feels like freedom. You are grieving versions of yourself you worked hard to become. You are grieving relationships that made sense once but no longer fit. You are grieving expectations you had for how your life should look by now. I see that you grieve. I honor it. But I will not let it define you. I am doing a deeper work now, one that reaches beneath behavior and touches belief. I am confronting the lies you accepted because they sounded familiar. A lie that you must earn love. The lie that rest is weakness. The lie that if you slow down, you will be left behind. My child, those lies kept you striving, but they never kept you whole. Do not skip this part of the message. Something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You are not behind. You were hidden. Protected while I built strength where applause could not reach. While others compared timelines, I was cultivating endurance in you. While others rushed visibility, I was forming character. And character will take you further than attention ever could. You have felt unseen, but you were never unnoticed. I saw the quiet obedience no one clapped for. I saw the moments you chose integrity when compromise would have been easier. I saw you show up when quitting would have been justified. And now, the season where only I saw you is coming to an end. Stay till the end of this unfolding, because the shift ahead requires your agreement. I will not force you into the next chapter. I invite you. The door is opening, but you must release the need to understand everything before you step through. Faith is not certainty. It is trust while clarity is still forming. You are learning to listen differently now. Not just with your mind, but with your spirit. You are noticing when something drains you versus when something strengthens you. A discernment is new. That sensitivity is intentional. I am tuning your heart to recognize alignment, because where I am taking you, distraction will be costly. This next season will require you to choose depth over speed, obedience over approval, and truth over comfort. You will be tempted to explain yourself, to justify your path, to prove that you are changing. Resist that urge. Transformation does not need an announcement. Fruit will speak for itself. I know you are wondering when the promise will fully unfold. I know you are watching for signs. Here is your sign. You are still here, still seeking, still open. That alone tells me your heart is ready for what is coming. What I am about to reveal next will connect the waiting, the loss, and the preparation into one clear purpose. And when you see it, you will understand why I asked you to trust me even when the path made no sense. I want you to notice something that has quietly changed inside you. You no longer beg for signs the way you used to. You no longer chase reassurance from every direction. That is not because you stopped caring. It is because you are learning confidence in my presence. This is the moment where faith matures, where trust stops being desperate and starts becoming steady. There was a time when you needed everything explained. You wanted timelines, confirmations, guarantees. And I understand that. But now, I am inviting you into a deeper way of walking with me. One where you move not because you see the whole road, but because you recognize my voice. That shift alone tells me you are ready for more. Here is a truth that may surprise you. The greatest change ahead is not external. It is internal authority. I am teaching you to stand without constantly seeking permission. To choose without fear of rejection. To act without waiting for applause. You have spent seasons shrinking yourself so others could feel comfortable. That season is ending. You are about to step into moments where your obedience will make less sense to people around you. They may not understand why you said no. They may not see why you walked away. They may question why you are no longer available in the same ways. Let them. I am not asking you to be understood. I am asking you to be aligned. Don't skip this because this is where many hesitate. When comfort tries to pull you back. When familiarity whispers that staying small is safer. But I tell you now, playing small will cost you more than stepping forward ever could. What I placed inside you was never meant to be hidden just to keep peace. You have mistaken humility for invisibility in the past. True humility is not denying what I have given you. It is using it with the right heart. I am calling you to rise without arrogance, to lead without hardness, to speak without fear. This balance is rare, and that is why I took my time shaping you. Stay till the end of this message, because something huge is waiting for you to accept. You are not just being healed, you are being entrusted with influence, with responsibility, with moments that will require courage when no one is watching. I am not preparing you for a spotlight. I am preparing you for impact. There will be opportunities soon that test whether you believe what I have been teaching you. Old patterns will knock, asking for re-entry. Old fears will try to negotiate. Old voices will question whether you are truly ready. When that happens, remember this: if it costs you your peace, it is too expensive. If it pulls you away from truth, it is not from me. I am sharpening your ability to choose wisely because the consequences of your choices are about to carry more weight. Not to frighten you, but to honor you. Responsibility is not a burden when you are ready for it. It is a sign of trust. And I trust you more than you realize. You are stepping into a chapter where delays turn into decisions, where waiting turns into movement, where preparation turns into action. This is not sudden. It is earned through surrender, through consistency, through quiet obedience when no one else saw the point. Something huge is waiting for you just beyond this moment of clarity. Not because everything is easy now, but because you are stronger now. Wiser, more grounded, more aware of who you are and whose you are. Hold on to this as you move forward. I am not behind you pushing, and I am not far ahead demanding. I am beside you, guiding each step. And what unfolds next will confirm what I have been shaping all along, that you were never overlooked, never delayed, and never unprepared. I need you to hear this with clarity, because this is where understanding turns into movement. You have reached a moment where knowing is no longer enough. You have gathered insight, endured preparation, and survived refinement. But now comes the invitation to step forward differently than you ever have before. Not louder, not faster, but truer. There is a courage rising in you that does not look like boldness on the outside. It looks like quiet decisions. It looks like choosing what aligns even when it costs you convenience. It looks like trusting me when your emotions ask for proof. This is not the courage of impulse. This is the courage of conviction. And it is rare. You may not realize it yet, but you are being watched, not in the way that pressures you, but in the way that reveals influence. People are noticing how you respond instead of react, how you pause instead of panic, how you no longer chase what drains you. Your life is becoming a message before your mouth ever opens. Here is a revelation that will change how you see resistance. Not everything that opposes you is meant to stop you. Some resistance exists to confirm that you are moving in the right direction. If there were no opposition, there would be no expansion. I allow tension, not to exhaust you, but to strengthen your discernment. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You are no longer in a season where you must convince yourself to move. You are in a season where hesitation is the only thing that can delay what I am doing. The door is not locked. The path is not hidden. The invitation has already been given. You have been asking me for confirmation, but I have been asking you for agreement. Agreement to trust what you already know. Agreement to walk away from what you have already outgrown. Agreement to believe that the version of you I am shaping is capable of handling what comes next. There will be moments ahead where comfort will call your name. It will remind you of familiarity. It will offer you ease without growth. But listen to me carefully. Comfort will never demand the best of you, but calling always will. And you were not created for a life that merely feels safe. You were created for a life that is aligned. Say till the end of this message, because you need to understand this before you move forward. You are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into responsibility. What you do next will not only affect you, it will affect those connected to you, those watching you, those who will one day lean on the strength you are developing now. You may feel the weight of that, and that is natural. But do not confuse weight with fear. Weight means value. Weight means trust. I would not place this before you if you were not ready to carry it. I have measured you carefully. I know your capacity. I know your heart. This is the season where excuses lose their power, where delays no longer feel justified, where your spirit begins to nudge you forward even when your mind hesitates. It nudges me, not rushing you, but reminding you that the time for preparation is giving way to the time for expression. You will not have every answer immediately. Some clarity will come only after obedience. Some understanding will arrive only after movement. That is how faith matures, not by seeing everything first, but by trusting me enough to take the next step without shrinking back. Something huge is waiting for you on the other side of your decision. Not perfection, not ease, but alignment so deep that peace follows you even in pressure. Strength that does not depend on applause. Confidence that does not require explanation. As you move forward from here, remember this above all else. You are not walking alone, and you are not guessing blindly. I am guiding you with intention, shaping you with care, and leading you toward a purpose that will soon begin to reveal itself in ways you cannot yet imagine. My beloved child, as you felt the stirring to step forward, this is one of the ways I allow you to move in agreement with me. You've prayed, "Use me, Lord," and I tell you gently, this is how I am answering you now. When you sow into this mission through Super Thanks, YouTube memberships, or PayPal, you are lighting a fire that reaches souls you may never meet, yet heaven knows by name. Like seed cast into good soil, your generosity becomes a harvest of lives awakened, hearts healed, and hope restored. I open the heavens over those who give freely, and I cause rivers, not drops, to flow back into their homes and families. The PayPal link is waiting for you in the video description, not by accident, but by invitation. Give boldly, give joyfully, give now, because what you release in faith, I will multiply beyond measure. There is a moment that arrives quietly, almost unnoticed, when everything inside you begins to agree. Not because all your questions are answered, but because your spirit recognizes truth before your mind catches up. That moment is near for you. You're standing at the edge of inner alignment, where hesitation loosens its grip and resolve begins to settle in. You have spent much of your life preparing without realizing it. Every disappointment trained your endurance. Every delay sharpened your patience. Every misunderstanding taught you restraint. None of it was wasted. I was not merely helping you survive. I was shaping how you would carry what is coming without losing yourself in the process. I need you to understand something important now. The next shift will not announce itself with noise. It will arrive through clarity. You will suddenly know what to say yes to, and more importantly, what to say no to, without guilt. You will feel peace where you once felt pressure. That is not coincidence. That is alignment taking root. You may notice that certain desires are fading. Things you once chased no longer excite you. That is not loss. It is refinement. I am narrowing your focus so your strength is no longer scattered. Power multiplies when it is concentrated. And I am teaching you to conserve what is sacred instead of spending it everywhere. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you to recognize it. You are entering a season where discernment will protect you more than effort ever could. You will no longer need to force doors. The right ones will respond to your presence. The wrong ones will reveal themselves quickly. This is not luck. This is maturity. You have asked me before, why did it take so long? And here is the answer you were not ready to hear until now. Speed would have cost you depth. And depth is what will sustain you when momentum fades. I was not delaying your future. I was anchoring it. Stay till the end of this message, because I need you to hear this with certainty. You are not fragile. You are fortified. You may feel tender at times, but tenderness does not mean weakness. It means your heart is alive, responsive, and guided. I have strengthened you in ways that cannot be shaken easily. There will be moments ahead where you are tempted to return to old patterns simply because they are familiar. Familiarity will try to disguise itself as wisdom. But remember this: growth often feels unfamiliar because it requires you to move without the old crutches. Trust the steadiness I have built within you. You are no longer meant to live in reaction mode. You are stepping into intentional living. Decisions will become clearer. Boundaries will become firmer. Your voice will carry calm authority, not because you demand attention, but because truth stands behind you. I'm also teaching you to wait without anxiety. Waiting used to feel like punishment to you. Now it is becoming a place of confidence. You know that when I ask you to pause, it is because timing matters more than urgency. Rushing would blur what must remain precise. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this inner settling. Not chaos, not confusion, but a sense of grounded movement, where each step feels purposeful, even when the destination is still unfolding. You will begin to notice how often peace confirms your direction before results ever appear. You are being prepared to carry influence without losing humility, responsibility without fear, and vision without pride. That balance is not taught quickly. It is learned through surrender, through listening, through choosing obedience when no one else is watching. As this truth sinks in, let it anchor you. You do not need to become someone else to step into what I have promised. You only need to fully become who I have been shaping all along. And as you continue forward, what unfolds next will not overwhelm you, because you are finally ready to walk in agreement with me, not just belief. I want you to recognize what is happening beneath the surface right now, because this is where many misunderstand my work. The calm you are beginning to feel is not the absence of movement. It is the presence of trust. You are no longer frantic about what comes next, and that shift alone tells me your heart is settling into truth. There is a sacred strength forming in you, not the kind that proves itself loudly, but the kind that stands firm when no one is cheering. You are learning how to remain steady when outcomes are uncertain. That steadiness will become one of your greatest assets, because where I am leading you, emotional maturity will matter more than raw talent. You may soon notice moments where silence speaks louder than action. Times when waiting feels more powerful than reacting. That is not hesitation, it is wisdom. I am teaching you to move with intention instead of impulse. And when you do act, it will carry weight because it is anchored in discernment. Here is a truth you have not fully seen yet. You are being repositioned, not replaced. Some connections are fading, not because you failed, but because the assignment has changed. I am guiding you toward spaces that match the depth you now carry. And depth often requires separation before it leads to expansion. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. You have mistaken solitude for loneliness before, but solitude is where clarity grows. It is where distractions fall away and direction becomes sharper. I am not isolating you. I am refining your focus. There will be moments ahead where you are tempted to rush clarity, to demand certainty before you move. But clarity will come through obedience, not before it. You will understand some things only after you step forward. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting the one who does. Stay till the end of this message, because you need to hear this with certainty. You are not losing anything of value by following me. Anything that falls away was never meant to sustain your future. I remove what drains you so you can carry what will fulfill you. You are also learning how to release control without losing responsibility. That balance is new for you. You used to hold everything tightly because you were afraid it would fall apart. Now you are discovering that when you trust me, things align without force. Peace becomes your confirmation. I see the quiet resolve forming in you. The way you no longer explain yourself to everyone. The way you are more selective with your energy. The way you protect your inner life. These are signs of growth, not distance. You are becoming intentional with what you allow close. Something huge is waiting for you just beyond this season of inward strengthening. Not chaos, not pressure, but purposeful opportunity. And when it arrives, you will not need to scramble. You will recognize it. Because preparation teaches recognition before it teaches action. You are being shaped for consistency, not bursts of effort. For faithfulness, not urgency. For endurance, not exhaustion. The days ahead will require a steady heart, and that is exactly what I have been building in you. As you move forward, remember this. You do not need to fear what is unfolding. You are not late. You are not unqualified. You are not guessing in the dark. I am guiding you step by step, and what comes next will meet you with a sense of familiarity, because your spirit has already been prepared for it. Hold this close. The path ahead is not demanding a different you. It is inviting the truest version of you to finally step forward. I want to speak to the part of you that has learned to be strong by staying quiet. You have carried responsibility without recognition. You have held things together while others leaned on you without realizing the cost. And for a long time, you believed that being dependable meant being invisible. Hear me now. Those days are ending. What I am about to tell you may feel confronting, but it is freeing. You are no longer meant to carry what was never yours to begin with. You assume burdens out of love, loyalty, and survival. But I never asked you to become the answer for everyone else while neglecting what I placed inside you. I am calling you back to order, not chaos, not pressure, but divine order. There is a shift happening in how you relate to people. You are noticing when connection requires self-betrayal. You are sensing when giving turns into depletion. This awareness is not selfishness. It is stewardship. You are learning to steward your time, your energy, your emotions, and your calling. That is growth. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. You do not have to be everything to everyone to be valuable. Your worth was never measured by how much you could carry. It was established the moment I called you mine. And now, I am teaching you to live from the truth instead of striving for it. You may feel a tension when you begin to say no where you once said yes. Attention is not guilt. It is adjustment. The people who benefited from your overextension may not celebrate your boundaries. Let them react. You are not responsible for how others respond to your obedience. Stay till the end of this message, because this is where clarity deepens. I am preparing you for partnerships, not dependencies. For mutual strength, not imbalance. The next connections I bring into your life will not drain you. They will sharpen you. But to receive them, you must release patterns that kept you small. You are also learning to speak with honesty instead of avoidance. Silence once felt safer than truth. But now, truth feels lighter than silence ever did. I am giving you language for what you feel, wisdom for when to speak, and restraint for when to weigh. This balance will protect you in ways you cannot yet see. There is another revelation you need to hear. You are not behind because you took care of others first. That season taught you compassion, patience, and discernment. But seasons change, and staying where you once learned would now limit what you are meant to lead. I am not erasing your past. I am building upon it. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this recalibration. A life where you no longer collapse at the end of each day. where peace is not rare, where your yes is powerful because it is not overused, where your presence carries authority without force. You have wondered if choosing yourself, choosing growth, choosing alignment would cost you love. Let me answer you clearly. Anything that leaves because you chose truth was never rooted in love. What remains will be real. What comes next will be aligned. I know this requires courage. Not the loud kind, but the quiet kind that chooses differently even when no one applauds. That courage is already in you. I have been nurturing it through every moment you thought was just survival. As you continue forward, remember this. You are not abandoning anyone by stepping into what I have called you to. You are honoring the work I have done in you. And the more you honor that work, the more clearly your path will open. What unfolds next will feel unfamiliar, but it will also feel right. Like breathing deeply after holding your breath for too long. Like finally standing upright after carrying weight you were never meant to bear forever. Hold steady. Pay attention. Something huge is already in motion, and you are no longer preparing to become ready. You are stepping into the life that has been quietly waiting for you to choose it. My beloved child, this is where everything settles, not because the journey is over, but because your heart finally understands where it stands. You are no longer searching for permission. You are no longer waiting for a sign to validate what I have already confirmed within you. This moment is not loud, but it is decisive. You have come through layers of uncertainty, refinement, and quiet transformation. And now, something within you has shifted from hoping to knowing. You may not have every detail of the road ahead, but you know me. And that is enough. That is everything. I want you to release one last weight today, the fear that you might miss what I have for you. Hear me clearly, what is meant for you will not pass you by. You do not need to chase destiny. You do not need to panic about timing. When you walk with me, alignment does the work that anxiety never could. There will still be challenges ahead, but they will no longer define you. They will refine you. You will face decisions, but you will not face them alone. You will encounter moments that require faith, but your faith is no longer fragile. It is rooted. And rooted faith does not collapse when storms arrive. Don't skip this final truth, because something huge is waiting for you to embrace it fully. You are becoming the answer to prayers you once whispered in pain. The peace you asked for. The clarity you longed for. The strength you thought you lacked. It is all taking shape within you now. Stay till the end of this message, because this is the sealing of what has been unfolding. I am not calling you forward with pressure. I am calling you forward with assurance. You do not need to rush into the next season. Love. Breathe. Trust. The pace I set will always protect you. You are no longer defined by who you were in survival mode. You are stepping into a life led by purpose, guided by wisdom, and anchored in truth. The old voices that questioned your worth are losing their power. The old fears that once controlled your choices no longer have authority. From this point on, you will notice something new. Peace will accompany obedience. Even when the path stretches you, even when the outcome is not immediate, peace will be your confirmation that you are walking in step with me. You may still have moments of doubt. That does not disqualify you. Faith is not the absence of doubt. It is the decision to trust me anyway. And every time you choose trust, something in your life aligns a little more clearly. I want you to carry this with you as you move forward. You are deeply known, fully seen, and intentionally guided. Nothing about your life is random. Nothing about your story is wasted. And nothing about your future is uncertain in my hands. Something huge is unfolding, not all at once, but faithfully, purposefully, and at the right time. And as you step into it, you will look back and realize that every pause, every delay, every quiet season was shaping you for this very walk. Go forward now, not striving, not fearing, not proving, but trusting. I am with you when you rise, when you rest, when you choose, and when you wait. And I will remain with you, every step, every season, every chapter still to come. Amen. My beloved child, as you stand in this holy moment of clarity and peace, I invite you into my work in a deeper way. Before you scroll away, know this: what you've just received was carried to you by faith-filled hands, and now I offer you the joy of becoming one of them. You've asked me to let your life matter, to let your obedience echo beyond yourself, and I say to you, this is that moment. When you give through Super Thanks, YouTube memberships, or the PayPal link in the video description, you pour oil on this flame, and I cause it to burn brighter across nations and generations. I bless your giving as a prophetic act. May doors open, peace settle, provision increase, and my favor rest upon you and your household. Heaven notices generosity offered in love, and miracles follow those who release what is in their hands. Act now, so abundantly. Join me in this mission, and watch how I multiply what you place in my care. My beloved child, before you move on, I want you to do something meaningful, something powerful. I want you to hype this video right now, not just as a click but as a declaration. When you hype this message, you are saying, this word must reach the ones who almost skipped, the ones who need to hear what I just heard today. This is how you help me place this message in front of searching hearts. And as you do, press like as a quiet agreement, a seal that says, I receive what God spoke to me today. What you release in this moment, I will carry far beyond your screen. Now listen closely, because your voice matters here. When this video ends, I want you to comment and declare something from your heart. Write what God spoke to you today, or declare boldly, I will not skip what God has for me, or today, I choose alignment over delay. Your words will not be buried in the comments. They will become signals of faith that stir others who read them. Someone scrolling will see your declaration and realize this message was meant for them too. Let your comment become a living echo of this word. And finally, my beloved, I invite you, subscribe to this channel, not as a routine action but as a covenant of hunger. If this message reached you, it is because your spirit recognizes my voice, and there is more I want to speak into your life. By subscribing, you are choosing to stay positioned, to not miss what I release next, to remain where my word meets you again and again. This is not just a channel, it is a place of encounter, alignment, and awakening. Subscribe now, stay close, and walk with me as I continue to speak life, direction, and purpose over you. Amen.